This is Chunk Volcano, my Xtreme Onechunk Ironman, and I have a bit of a problem. I'm stuck doing what I believe is the worst training method in the entire game, all for a single pickaxe. You see, I can't leave these two chunks, and I have to complete every task here before moving on. This includes not only obtaining every collection log slot and every best in slot item, but also completing the highest level skilling tasks, and one of these is 85 smithing to smelt a runite bar, and I really need a pickaxe for it. I've already done some insane grinds like getting a fire kit without prayer pots and getting 99 agility on a single course, but these are nothing compared to this training method. The only way I can get a pickaxe is by catching earth implings, which means I need 46 hunter, and I can earn the train hunter by catching implings scattered around my chunk. I don't have access to puro, which doesn't sound that bad on the surface, but it's worse than you can ever imagine. Including lamping, I have been training hunter for over 250 hours, and I'm only level 34, not even a third of the way to 46. So let's crack on and take a look at why this method is the worst training method in the entire game. Okay, first imp of the day, and that's 22 experience in the bag. I really do need to find a way to speed this up. At least I'm getting a load of weird loot. Stuff like bowstrings will surely be useful in the future, so banking them is probably worth it. And that's the last imp of the first hour. I actually managed to get almost 200 XP. That's honestly probably my best hour yet. And this wasn't a joke. So far, catching implings, I'd never exceeded 200 experience an hour, which included people scouting for me. You see, these implings on the surface function very differently to the ones in puro, and I've done that much research and data analysis on this that even parts of the wiki are wrong. Let me explain. My chunk has a single spawn, located about here, and every 30 minutes the game chooses whether implings spawn or not by rolling this table. It rolls this table 4 times, meaning the most implings that can spawn on a single world is 4, and the lowest amount is 0. So to put it in simple terms, if I hop 100 worlds, there should be around 100 implings that spawn. However, when calculating how many of each impling appear on average, these are the spawn chances of each imp. I'm currently level 35, which means I can only catch baby and young implings. So using these numbers, if I hop to 100 worlds, I should see around 22 implings I can catch, which sounds great, but in reality, catching all 22 implings, I'd only get around 460 experience. But then we run into our final issue, and the biggest one of all. Implings move around a lot. Implings can actually wander up to 100 tiles either direction of a spawn location, and considering chunks are 64 tiles in length, the implings can wander anywhere in this area, meaning there is absolutely no way of catching every impling. So I see just a fraction of them. On average, over 100 worlds, I only see around 14 imps, which is just 2 to 3 catchable imps, resulting in around 60 experience every 30-minute cycle. So one thing is for certain, I really need to find a way to speed this up. But first, I'd like to speak about today's video sponsor, Quillbot. If you're anything like me, you probably hate writing and sending work emails, but luckily, Quillbot makes them easy. The easy to install Chrome extension not only checks my grammar and can help me draft emails, but it even makes me sound more professional. I can easily change the tone of any text with a few simple clicks and make sure that I don't accidentally let my emotions get in the way. If you want to improve your general writing and make your inbox easier to manage, install Quillbot for free with the link below. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. That is my first drop of Jenga berries from young implings, and they have a really unique mechanic where they actually do restore prayer. So technically speaking, these are a prayer restore, and if I run out of prayer points and need to flick, I can get a +1 from them. But it's only a +1. I will keep them though, just in case I've got a use. And there is 36 hunter. That is so nice. I've had 2 XP lamps today, but now it's another 126 imps to the next level. And we're finding about 5 an hour right now, so this is not good. I need 67,983 experience to get 46 hunter, and after this insane grind, it also happens to be my subscriber goal for the end of the year. Do me a favor and check if you're subbed, and if not, click that button. Go on. While I was training and waiting for lamps, I spent a long time theory crafting a method to speed this up significantly. I figured that if the imps can wander 100 tiles, I should have accounts that can cover the majority of my chunks, all hopping in unison. I calculated optimal account placements with each number of accounts, and had RuneLite plugins sending Discord webhooks to a channel to scout the Implings. Using 20 accounts, I could theoretically catch around 90% of the imps over 200 worlds every 30 minutes, which would increase my experience a lot. So to test this theory a little bit, I logged into just 5 accounts, got them in location, and then failed to log in. Wait, what's this? I hopped twice. Why? This isn't a hop limit. I had no idea what happened here, but it wasn't good. This wasn't just on my chunk account. All 5 of the accounts got this failed to log in issue at the same time. I was confused, but I kept trying to log back into the game, and after 10 minutes, it finally let me in. So I hopped again, and it happened again. This was concerning. If I couldn't do this on 5 accounts, I'd not be able to do it on 20, and all of my plans to speed up my experience by 5 to 6 times would be ruined. After doing some research, it turns out if you hop on more than 2 accounts on a Jagex launcher at the same time, the accounts get locked out. And this is not the same as a regular hop limit. This is some form of limitation Jagex have put on Jagex accounts, likely to prevent botting. But it was causing me giant issues. All of the time and effort I put into planning was wasted, and I was back where I started, simply getting around 100 experience per hour on a single account. And there is level 48. I'm currently on the volcano because I'm trying to find some more imps just to hit this 46 as soon as possible. With only 1 scout, it's probably going to take about 200 hours, so I'm not too far away, but also not too close. But that myth pickaxe is worth it. And a baby's just spawned next to me. That is really good. Oh yeah, I have the tracker on screen right now, and it might say over 400 XP an hour, but that's because I'm not logged in all the time while I'm scouting on my other account. So the rates are inflated. This is more like 14 hours of experience overall. Oh my god, there's 1 impling. There's 2 implings. And then, a little bit further down here, there should be 3 implings. I've just seen them all on 1 world off this account. Holy crap. I have never had 3 young implings on 1 world before. That is the most insane thing I have had happen in 2 months of doing this. While scouting imps, I'm actually training range. I do have a little side goal this video, which is equipping obsidian rings at level 60 range. So I'm slowly just training with a yew longbow and bronze arrows, which is my current best in slot. So this is gonna take a while. Hey, 100,000 ranged XP. I think we need 270,000 for level 60, so it is slowly getting there, but I am under half of the bronze arrows that I started with, so I am not hopeful. The levels are coming in slow. I'm getting about 4,500 XP an hour, so I've still got 40 hours to OB rings, but we are slowly getting there. I just need these arrows to last, because this is not looking good. I need to get really lucky with some drops from these, because I have no other ammo at all. 1.5 levels Tellacon Barehand Gourmet, which will give us an extra imp and should increase the XP by a lot when we have scouts, or when I'm scouting. It's been like over an hour, and I've got 2.6% of my level. This is getting ridiculous. Oh my god, I can hit 7s without praying now. That is so nice. I actually am not sure if I get another max hit by the time that I'm 60, but when I equip the obsidian rings, I for sure should get a max hit. And there is 37 Hunter, 2,918 XP to the next one. I am so close to unlocking Gourmet imps, and it's going to speed them up by a lot. So because I kind of need to use the last 1,400 arrows on pirates to make sure that I get some back, I want to be on the volcano for this last level. Going to try and do it really efficiently. So I'm going to woodcut while we scout instead, because it should be quite nice. This isn't pointless training either. I need to slowly work on 73 fletching to cut an onyx into onyx bolt tips. And who knows, maybe I can snag a beautiful beaver on the way. And that's the first fletching level in a long time, but I've still got 22 to go. I think I've got 10,000 logs left in the bank, but I don't know. It's gonna take a while. Hey, 67 woodcutting. It's nice to see these levels going up, but I am really not sure what level I'm gonna get to if I need 73 fletching. I get 10 XP in fletching for every 25 in woodcutting. So if I need 73 and double is 80, we're probably going to be looking at about 84 woodcutting at a guess to get 73 fletching, which is a big difference and a long way away. Oh my god, a beekeeper random. Oh my god, I need this. Lamp, hunter. That barely even helps now, but that is good. That's 20 imps almost. Oh my god. And this baby impling gets 38 hunter. Oh my god. This has taken a long time, but I can finally catch gourmet imps, which unfortunately don't have too many good drops, but they do drop shark, which will be my highest healing food, because at the minute my highest healing food is karambwans. So having sharks and karambwans will be really, really good for the account. But I still do need to get 46. This is the last time the experience per hour will go up. Now I'm 38, I want to have one last attempt at speeding up my experience raise. Throughout these clips, you'll probably notice I've had a few helpers every now and then scouting imps, but they're few and far between. So while helpful, it's not consistent. So I really want to find a way to make my own scouting more efficient. As we know from earlier, I'm limited to hopping on just 2 Jagex accounts. But what about legacy accounts? That is, accounts not attached to a Jagex launcher and created before the Jagex launcher became mandatory. Well, I actually managed to find a few that I had a long time ago. So let me introduce you to Big Worm Roast, Soft Squid, and Tella FSW, the MVPs of the next 8 levels. And after a lot of testing, I can confirm they work. Unfortunately, I don't have any more legacy accounts, so I am limited, but these actually do work and bypass the Jagex launcher issue. So I can actually scout on 4 accounts at once, which is incredible. And while nowhere near the 20 I initially planned, should maybe double my experience rates. In fact, while I was trying to dig out these accounts, something really weird happened. One of the accounts hadn't been touched since Fresh Start Worlds were released, and when I logged onto it, it was on the Draenor Village rooftop in a free-to-play world. I could even use the obstacles and jump from rooftop to rooftop, but I got absolutely 0 experience. It even let me complete the lap, which also resulted in no experience, but it did increment the lap counter. I had absolutely no idea that this was possible and thought it was pretty interesting. And also, because the lap count goes up, could you theoretically get the agility pet on a free-to-play world? I have no idea, but I am definitely not going to test that. And this is gonna be the first gourmet on the account, assuming that I can actually catch it before it runs off. Like I said, not many good drops, but they do drop shark, and that's just a tuna. But the first gourmet imp of hopefully many, and 24 experience instead of 20. The XP scaling really sucks for these, doesn't it? 20, 22, 24. If it was woodcutting, it'd be going from 25 to 50. It's disgustingly low. Rainbow fish. I have not seen those in so long. I used to catch these a long time ago at Barbarian Village, and I used to trade them. People were like, what the fuck is that? And I used to try charging 10k for each one. And that is just over 2 hours of scouting with baby, young, and gourmet imps using 4 accounts. And that's not bad at all. With all 3 imps and the extra accounts, I'm getting around 350 experience an hour. And yes, I know it says 750, but I've got to keep this account logged off a lot of the time. Either way, that's pretty much tripled my average experience for the last 15 to 20 hours. So I am happy. Ooh, a Chef's Delight is actually a really, really, really cool drop. This gives us a +3 cooking boost right now, but if I level cooking, this will give a +5 cooking boost. So if I get any cooking chunk tasks, this can make it so I have to grind 5 levels less. I am saving all of these. I think that's a 1 in 100 from them. Oh, it's always nice having twins. Oh my god, I've been doing this for so long and I forgot to wear my agility cape to have more run. I should just be wearing this. It's got a -4 weight on it. And after hundreds of hours, that is the last imp for 40 hunter. Finally in the 40s, 6 levels left until I can get my hands on that beautiful mithril pickaxe. No! Oh no, fuck, that was a lamp. That was a free lamp. Oh my god, I've never had that happen. I have never hopped on a lamp like that. I really need to keep an eye on the random event timers, for God's sake. Oh, that's the first drop of shark. Wait, that's actually my best food. Karambwans were my best at 18. I think curry's 19. These are 20. And there is a big, or what I'd like to say is a big woodcutting level, 70. 70 woodcutting on just dead trees, but it's nowhere near the end of it. Oh my god, I have a quiz show and I have literally 200 XP left. If somehow this gives me a lamp, this is going to be a miracle. What? I am so sorry. That's... I think that's like, I don't know, the 10th mystery box. I think that's like the 10th mystery box and I've had 2 of them. I am so sorry. I would have preferred a lamp. Oh my god. Count check, you babe. This lamp gets me 43. I know that I should be lamping mining. I need it at 21 to use the myth pick, right? This hunter is so slow. 3 levels to go. Oh, I've just noticed I have passed 800,000 woodcutting XP, which is pretty cool because the logs are 25 each and I have no other way to get woodcutting XP other than lamping, I guess. It means that I have just surpassed 32,000 logs. Oh, the best feeling in the world is getting a lamp from the prison Pete random. That is so nice. And that is level 44. I'm gonna take a bit of a break from Hunter now. I don't think you guys can tell from these clips because I'm trying to skip across, but I got 27 on June the 29th, and we are currently nearing October, and I am only 44. So these last 2 levels are likely gonna take at least a week each, and I need a break. So I'm gonna go and get my range level because I really, really, really want to equip these obby rings at 60. So let's take a well-earned break from Hunter. We're only going to 46 for the mithril, but it's gonna be a long time. And there's 52 range. I am a little bit worried here because I only have 1,400 arrows left. In the last, no exaggeration here, 200 randoms, I have not had a single maze. I've been getting mysterious old men, but it's like just an item or a mime show. But I haven't had a maze random, so I've not been able to set up the chest to get arrows like we used to. So my only way to get arrows is by killing these. If I run out of arrows before 60, I'm gonna have to just kill them with melee, and it is what it is. But let's see what level we can get to with these. I might have some iron and steel in the bank as well. Oh, and if you're a little bit confused why I'm using this armor, it's because obsidian armor is really cool because it doesn't give any negative ranged attack. So plus 54, still plus 54, still plus 54. So it just gives me mega defense. Oh, and there's a prayer level. I have not been burying all the bones, but every now and then I've just been doing it out of habit, and that's 53. I can never complain about prayer levels. A good thing about training range is that I get these randoms, so I do still get a little bit of passive hunter XP. I really do need to start putting the lamps into mining soon. It's getting ridiculous, but this is just the better option for now. I've also been catching some imps off screen as well, and I'm only 1,000 XP until 45, so we are getting really close. And there's 58. The good news is only 2 levels to go, and I can hit 8s now when I'm flicking Eagle Eye. The bad news is I have 100 arrows left, so there is no chance that this is enough. Oh, I am getting so lucky on these lamps. I'm almost going to get a hunt level before I get 60 ranged as well. 600 XP to go, 2 lamps and not many imps. And that's it for the bronze arrows. I've got 6 left. I'll finish this kill, and then I need to go and see if I've got enough iron and steel to cut it. I didn't even get 59, but I did get more than halfway through, so I'm hoping that I do have enough. Okay, I've got over 500 combined, and these are stronger than the regular bronze arrows, so I'm hoping that this is enough. I guess banking for arrows does pay off if I can actually catch this freaking imp. They are so annoying on the lava. So annoying. And it makes it even worse that around the lava, for some reason, there's just tiles that can't be walked on. Like, this one here can't be walked on for some strange reason. There's some over here that can't be walked on. I do not understand why they can't be walked on. Yeah, it's slanted a bit, but surely. It's a long time coming, but that is 45. I have 1 more hunter level until I can get earth imps. 1 more and I can get that mithril pickaxe. I am so excited. I'm just fighting with my life over this last iron arrow, trying to get as much use out of it as I can. And it's gone. I did not think 60 range would have took more than 5,000 arrows. I am down bad. I am out of steel and I've still got a little bit to go. This should be the home stretch. 126 arrows should easily get me 2,000 XP, surely. And after 25 gruesome hours of range training on pirates, not knowing if I even had enough arrows, which I barely did in the end, that is 60 range. And I can now equip obsidian rings, which is gonna change the game forever. I didn't do all of these with range, but that puts my pirate kill count over 12,000. As I've already said, I've only had 45 from drops. They only drop from the Zarzeals, and you barely get any of them. But Chunk task completed. Look at them. These things might not look that dangerous, but they have the exact same stats as a magic shortbow with rune arrows, and the exact same attack range. 49 strength, 69 attack bonus, and a 2.4 attack speed, which is a 3 on rapid. But I'm going to show you the main problem firsthand. This is a shop where you can buy obsidian rings, but as you'll see, they're 375 tokal each, which is insane. With like 300-400 people abusing the fight pits minigame, I ended up getting 1,000,000 tokal in 6 hours. But even with that 1,000,000 tokal, as you buy these, the tokal stack diminishes really quickly and they increase in price rapidly. Just buying 10 ups it by 50 tokal per ring. So while they're not viable to train with, they are an amazing weapon for if I want to do a faster fight caves run, or when I eventually do take on the Inferno. I am so happy to finally have a chunk task complete after all of this time. But I'm not going to leave you hanging. Let's see these things in action on a lesser demon. Now, my max hit before was an 8. Now it's a 12, and I attack twice as fast compared to the yew longbow. So range is actually really viable now for killing things. Look at the shred. The accuracy on these and the damage is just nuts. Like I said, magic shortbow, rune arrows, a bada bing, a bada bosh. And that lesser demon has just been melted, basically as fast as magic. Oh, I wish I could train with these. I'd probably get like 40,000 XP an hour, but it is just so unviable with how long tokal takes to get. Whoa, what a world. It's like a Neapolitan ice cream. Well, guess there's just one level to go. I've had a nice break from Hunter. It has been a few days. I have just had the best 5 hours hunting in a long time. Look how much XP I got. It was almost 2,000. Well, it wasn't. It was like 1,500 XP, but that is so good for 4 to 5 hours. That is much quicker than I thought at this rate. Pretty good. We're looking at another 15 hours for the level. There's no way I got a back-to-back stale baguette, right? Of course we take the mystery box. We have such a good track record with these. Boom. Well, that's my first bucket, so I guess it's kind of lucky. Well, it's a couple of days later, and the good news is I have just 1,000 experience left. Oh, I'm so close to catching you. It's been 5.5 long and arduous hours, and I'm just like 4 imps away. 4 imps, and I might be able to come back for this before it despawns. And there we go. Oh my god, 46 a hunter. That has taken me around 500 hours just to be able to barehand earth imps. Now, obviously earth imps are incredible because of the mithril pickaxe drop, but there's also one other thing that they unlock, which is buckets of sand. And I have a seaweed spawn in my chunk. I actually picked 5 of them up for an achievement diary once early in the account, and that means now I have crafting unlocked, which means I have a chunk task to get level 67 and cut an onyx. All that's left to do now is get this pickaxe though, and then I can finally move on and start going for stuff like the Jad pet again. This has been the longest skilling grind on the account so far. 46 hunter took longer than 99 agility. That is insane to think. In fact, if I spent all of the hours that I've just spent doing hunter here in Puro Puro, I'd have like 97 hunter. Wild, absolutely wild, but we've pulled through, and all that's left now is to get this pickaxe so I can finally get the freaking smithing done. The wildest thing is I didn't even get that many imps. I got 567 gourmet and only got 3 shark drops, so I'm not even going to be able to use a full inventory of them when I need it. 883 babies and 721 young. It really isn't that much in hindsight, because I could get these in 2 to 3 hours of Puro Puro, but being chunk locked, this is what it is. I did get some really cool loot on the grind though. Like I've got the sharks, I've got some snapegrass for the future. Chef's Delight is really cool because it boosts cooking by 5. Janga berries are my only way to restore prayer. They restore 1 prayer point each, so obviously not viable. I've got bowstrings, I've got garden pies for farming. It is absolutely incredible. And this is actually my best in slot range body, being a hard leather body. So overall, these imps have been pretty good, but I'm not going to be catching a baby, young, or gourmet anymore. I'm just going to put full focus on earth. I really want this pickaxe and enough sand to get 20 crafting to start cutting gems. Let's go. Oh, and here is the first earth imp. Mithril pickaxe? No, 6 coal. Number 2. An earth tiara. That's interesting. I don't think I've got an earth talisman. I think I'll keep one of these, but that's it. I'm not gonna keep any more. Not an item that I should be worrying about. I'll tell you what though, it is really exciting hitting some new drops. Again, super compost. That is just going to be free farming XP in the future, so I'm definitely keeping these. The drops are so weird, but it is really cool that they're all earth related. I always don't appreciate the flavor enough about things in RuneScape. Like earth implings, all the drops are kind of earth related, you know? It's really cool. Oh, that was so quick. Oh my god, we're done. We are freaking done. Oh my god. 500 hours for a single pickaxe. Oh my god. I can equip it, I can use it to hit things, but I cannot use it to mine yet until I hit level 21. So it is going to be a little bit of a lamping spree, but I've got it. I've got the freaking pickaxe. I still want to catch a few more to get some buckets of sand just to make sure that I can make molten glass on these furnaces. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to, but I have to check. Otherwise, the onyx grind is dead. And that's the buckets of sand. Oh, I feel so spooned. This is deserved after all of this time. At level 1 crafting, these buckets of sand can be turned into molten glass on a furnace, but it requires some seaweed. So I'm just going to hop around for a minute and grab 4 of these just to see if it does work in the furnace. There's no reason it shouldn't, but I have to check. There we go. That is incredible. That is crafting unlocked. And even though we won't be able to do anything with the onyx because we have no molds, that means that I'll be able to get the level to cut one. We need 20 crafting, which is 224 buckets of sand. So I need to catch an average of 560 earth imps. But for now, the impling journey is over. In all seriousness, this was the longest skilling grind or any grind at all I have done on this account so far. And it was just to get a measly 68,000 XP. So if that doesn't deserve a sub, I don't know what does.